Looks like we still got a ways to go.
Ray-chan, how are you doing? Are you scared?
I'm scared, but I'll be okay. Yukiko-san, can I call you Yuki?
Hmm?
I mean, well, you're like a big sister to me.
Aw, of course you can.
I've always been drawn to this place, but I was too scared to explore it. But I'm okay now. I'll be strong so you won't laugh at me for being scared, Yuki.
I'd never laugh at you for that. If you're scared, you don't have to push yourself too hard, okay?
Okay, thanks. It's been just me and Zen for so long, but now that you're all here, I'm really having fun.
Okay, here we are at the end of the second floor of You in Wonderland, because the cutscene for the start of the third floor is where something kind of significant happens. I will say though, the I don't like pulp scene on the P3 route is very different on this one. It involves Yukiko, Chie, and Teddie all horribly butchering the plot of Alice in Wonderland, and the main character has the option to play along and it's pretty great. But I didn't record that scene. I'm gonna stick to recording the scenes that are particularly major changes, and this one introduces, well, you know, you probably get who it introduces.
Hold on, Zen. It hurts.
What hurts?
It hurts when you pull on my hand. If you keep doing that, it'll be in no shape to eat donuts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice.
Zen-kun, don't be so hasty, okay? There are shadows here too, so we need to proceed a little at a time.
We don't have that time.
Zen, don't be so mean to Yuki.
He's like Chie that one time.
What do you mean?
When Yukiko got kidnapped, Chie kept rushing on ahead, no matter how many times we told her to hold up.
A slight spoiler for P4, but that happens very early in the game.
We went after her, but having to worry about both Yukiko and Chie really wore down our nerves.
Especially since rescuing Chie immediately booted you out of the dungeon and forced you to do the rest on another day. I always found that annoying.
Oh, come on. I apologize for that.
Hey, I understand how you felt. But you gotta keep your cool when mistakes can cost you big, or you could end up losing everything, right?
That's actually some pretty good wisdom from Yosuke.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You're the impulsive kind, you know? You tend to charge on ahead, which might put people in danger.
I think there's someone in this game who suffers from that even more than she does, but Yosuke hasn't met him yet.
I believe you should take to heart this idiom, Miss Satonaka. Haste makes paste. Waste.
Oh, you didn't just go with it.
And he immediately loses what credibility he had.
You seem pretty cocky for a guy who messes up common sayings.
I'm wondering what this was in Japanese, because I know that a lot of Japanese idioms are kind of similar to English ones, but there are some that aren't, so yeah, kind of curious.
You've got a style all your own when it comes to screwing up.
Well, they don't call him the prince for nothing.
Yosuke never lets us down when it comes to that.
Dude, all I did was flub a line. Why are you giving me all this grief for it? Yeah, paste, whatever. Just change the actual idiom to that.
Yes, you can officially do that.
Yo-chan, you're a prince?
And this is kind of hilarious because his voice actor now plays Marth.
Oh, you mean what Yukiko said about them not calling me the prince for nothing?
I was about to say Eliwood, but no, Eliwood's not actually a prince.
Yep. I'm known far and wide in our school as a prince. It's true.
Yeah, the Prince of Disappointment.
I believe this was an actual thing in P4.
Mm-hmm. A total disappointment.
Anyways, we're still looking for a way out, right, Zen? That'll go faster with more manpower. So don't be so hasty to leave the rest of us behind.
Yosuke.
What we're trying to say is just take it easy.
Yes, I understand.
Everyone listen up. I've got great news.
Oh? What is it, Rise-chan?
Just come to the Velvet Room. You know how they say, seeing is bereaving? We'll be waiting for you.
And someone else screws up an idiom.
Yosuke-senpai and Rise-san share some interesting traits.
Don't even start.
So that prompts you to head back to the Velvet Room, and I'll just cut back there. But I will say I like that scene a lot better than the equivalent P3 version.
Oh, there they are.
So this is where Marie is introduced on the P4 routes.
Huh? Marie-chan? I suddenly found myself here. What's all this about? No fair that you guys are at this culture festival thing.
This is Marie. It seems some of you already know her.
Yeah, the party members are involved quite a bit in Marie's social link in Golden, and in fact, it's one of the few social links that changes pretty considerably based on where you are in the plot, depending on when you put it off until. But the details of that would be spoilers for P4.
She's staying with us for now as a resident of the Velvet Room.
Resident of the Velvet Room? She's not my partner's relative?
I think that she'd take kind of offense to that, seeing as how she has a blatant crush on him.
I'm not a resident, I just happened to be here. Where's the nose? He disappeared from the car, and when I came to, I was here. It makes no sense.
I do not know why she has come. It may be that she was called here the same as us. In any case, since she is here, let's put her to use. We could use secure communication with other worlds. Marie will search for others who are trapped somewhere, just as you are right now.
So just as Elizabeth introduces this mechanic at this point on the P3 route, you have it here on the P4 route, except here, we've got Marie from the start handling it.
I'm sure you'll find this helpful.
What? I have to do that stuff again? You never told me about that.
I'm telling you about it now. When you're not busy with that, why not work on those poems you enjoy?
And this exchange is exactly the same as the introduction of Marie on the P3 route. In fact, a lot of the lines here are the exact same.
Poems? Those are just memos I jotted down about the other worlds. And why do you know about them?
Is that so? What a hard worker you are. If that's the case, then I'll ask you to do it this time as well.
Stupid.
I'm not going to skip over these lines just in case people are only watching this video and haven't seen them on the P3 route.
What are these poems? They're not poems. They're the screams of my pathos. Pathos! Zen! Zen! This pathos is so cool!
Is that so?
What should I do? That donut I just swallowed was tasty!
Good to hear.
Now, considering that you can summon multiple personas, you will soon be in need of fusion.
So we unlock fusion here, just like on the P3 routes.
Fusion?
Fusion is the secret art of using 2 or more personas to fashion a new one. The residents of the Velvet Room typically assist our guests with our knowledge of this secret art. It might be said to be the Velvet Room's true function. I summoned you all here because the preparations for it are finally complete. You have followed some strange fate and wandered into this haven in the rift. I have followed it as well. This indicates that I am fated to lend you my assistance. My work will not be on the level of my masters, but henceforth, I will assist you by fusing personas.
Considering that in this game you can fuse ultimate personas without having max social links, if anything, I think that works even better than their masters.
Fusing powerful personas is the best means of strengthening yourselves. If you have trouble in battle, your first solution should be to try new fusions. You'll require a persona compendium to manage multiple personas. I'll see that you have access to it.
That stupid P3 and also Devil Survivor 2, which I'm playing right now, for not giving you the compendium immediately after giving you fusion. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
My duties grow ever more onerous. The nurse's office, equipment shop, and now the Velvet Room. If only someone would come to help.
Yes, if only. So yeah, she's really busy on the P4 route at the start of the game. She handles 3 facilities at once. Anyway, with that out of the way, the next event will be the Drink Me one. So, here we are at the Drink Me event for the P4 party. Let's go.
Huh? It's faint, but I'm getting a reading of a door here.
A door? I don't see any door.
There has to be one. Look around. Hey, Senpai. I think there's something in that room. Is there any way you can get inside?
Yeah, right. No one's getting through a door that small but hamsters.
If this followed the children's story, there would be a drink to shrink oneself.
It's kind of a running thing on this route that Naoto seems to be the only one among the party who's actually read the story, and thus, she pretty much knows everything that happens in this labyrinth before it does.
Who would drink something that suspicious? Go, 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 go.
Wow, we already just straight to the bottle.
What a refreshing taste. What, dude? Is that what I think it is? It was right over there.
There aren't any vending machines here, so it was a lifesaver.
And this is what happens when you just drink just a random drink that you find out in the middle of nowhere.
Huh?
Yosuke, you're ginormous!
No, it's you who's gotten smaller.
Oh, he fits in my hand. Oh, I'm gonna die from sugar shock.
Please don't toy with me! I want to drink some too! Mad will give you wins!
Don't drink that.
What?
Well, that acts quickly.
Dude, kanji too?
And so we have our guinea pigs on this route, so a little faster than we had on the P3 route.
Doesn't seem to be immediately toxic. But this is just...
Kanji-kun and Teddie are like little fluffy cuties.
I didn't notice for a second they are actually holding them.
Even Kanji-kun's adorable when he's this tiny.
Don't call me adorable, damn it! Whoa, wait, where are you touching, Yukiko-senpai? Chie-chan's petting technique is so good.
You guys sure are taking this in stride. Hey, Naoto, about this drink.
Can I touch them too?
Okay then.
Only to satisfy my sense of curiosity, of course. There's no ulterior motive. Don't get the wrong idea.
Does this count as a Teddie owned? I guess this will count.
Look, I can pick him up. His head feels so good.
I'd like to keep them as decorations in my room.
Okay then. Well, I guess it falls to you, Narukami, to step up.
Well, looks like it's decided. Teddie and Kanji will be the ones to charge into that room. Let's wait here and... What? What are you doing?
Classic you, Narukami.
Seriously, partner? Fine. Damn it! I'll drink it too. Don't blame me if anything bad happens.
I hope we can get back to normal. What a beautiful sight!
Well, that's definitely gonna result in a Teddie owned.
Oh, sorry. Guess I missed.
Wow.
Let's hurry up and go before we're squished!
Well, there's no dog this time, but there's something possibly even worse.
I can't reach that key with these bite-sized hands or feet. Wouldn't it be convenient if we just got bigger again all of a sudden? Yeah, that'd happen.
Chipmunk Yuri Lowenthal's also pretty good.
I think we can reach it if we put all our heights together. Should we form a human ladder?
This is also different to the P3 route because there the key is just on the ground.
What a man, senpai!
And Chipmunk Matthew Mercer Kanji is also pretty good.
No way, you'll get crushed under all our weight. Kanji should be on bottom. Seriously? Well, at least it won't piss me off much to have you step on me, senpai. Don't forget, Teddie and I will be stepping on you too. This isn't as easy as I thought! It's such a nice view from up here. Yeah, payment time! Hurry up and get the key! The key!
And you censor. Oh, and by the way.
I'm done for.
Well, they didn't get chased by a dog, but that one possibly ended in even more pain than the Persona 3 version.
Oh, there they are! Welcome back!
We're back.
And it's Flat Teddy again. Well, again, only if you play Persona 4.
Yikes! You're all flat! What happened?
This isn't the first time you've seen Flat Teddy.
Oh. I don't remember much. I fell on my head.
Well, good thing you don't remember much.
I think Yosuke-senpai did a face plant right into the ground, too.
When I came to, I was sprawled out on the ground. I have no idea what happened.
Again, probably for the best you don't know.
I found Kanji collapsed on the ground next to me, and Teddie was all flat. Hey, partner, did we fall that bad?
I think you knows perfectly well what
Why
happened.
the sudden silence? Did I eat the dirt so hard you're feeling bad for me? Well, at least it all paid off. We got the key.
But you know, something's weird. I must have hit my head, but I was bleeding out of my nose.
Isn't it a pretty bad injury if you hit your head and got a nosebleed? Unless you had a pervy dream or something.
You guys aren't making much sense. Oh, yeah. Did you see what happened in there, Rise-chan?
Oh no, Rise, please don't write fanfics about that.
Huh? Oh, nope. I didn't see anything. Not a single thing.
It's definitely not going to show up on fanfiction.net in about 5 seconds.
Okay. Well, thanks for getting the key, guys.
Little did they know the sacrifices they made in order to claim the key.
2 doors. And the power of the wild card affecting even its surroundings. Is there another with the power of the wild card here? It can't be.
Wonder if Margaret senses Elizabeth there. But, as always, in any case, we obtain the key. So, that is probably the first really significantly changed scene across the routes. Every dungeon has one scene like that. So I'll try to show the other significantly changed scenes, or SCS, I guess, for the later dungeons. But for now, it's time to, again, just picture the fact that Rise is probably writing fanfiction about what just happened. And let's move on, and the next SCS I'll be showing will be the end of this dungeon. And now it's time for the final significantly changed scene in this labyrinth, and that is the introduction of the Persona 3 party on the Persona 4 story. Later dungeons won't have nearly this many altered scenes, so thankfully I have a lot less work to do after this one.
Be careful. That one's stronger than anything you've faced so far. I'm pretty sure it's the boss of this labyrinth.
Yeah, we can kind of tell by looking at it.
Danger! I sense danger! Oh, no, you don't! I won't let you have this!
Won't let you have this? What does it mean?
You're going to stay here forever! I'll never let you out of this world!
What? I'm gonna go back and eat ice cream. You don't have any say in this.
That's right. We will leave this place. That's what we've decided.
Oh, how hilarious! How very interesting. You're going to let us out, is it? Oh, how kind of you.
Is this Shadow the one keeping us trapped here?
I don't know. I can only try and defeat it to find out. Are you ready, Senpai?
All right.
I won't let you have it! Attention, my minions! Deploy the Royal Street Force!
Card soldiers!
We gotta beat these guys first.
Oh no, there's more!
A battle of attrition, huh?
Enemy reinforcements, and it looks like more are coming.
This isn't looking good. We'll never reach the queen this way.
My stamina's running low.
I need meat.
I'm totally pooped, too.
Everyone retreat. I'll do this.
Don't be dumb! You're as worn out as we are.
Senpai, if we don't retreat for now and pull ourselves together, we'll be done for.
You should rest. We'll take these on.
Huh? Who's there?
Who in the world are you guys? Don't worry. Leave the rest to us.
Now! Everyone charge!
More card soldiers!
Roger. Let's go, everyone.
What?
Whoa.
There is one enemy remaining. Yeah, I'm getting warmed up.
What's going on here?
Those uniforms. They're from Gekko-Con High.
Oh, so you know about it. That's interesting.
Are they on our side?
Although, wait, no, the trip to Gekko-Con High has taken place at this point in Persona 4's plotline, so they'd all know about that.
I don't really get what's going on, but they're helping us out, right? Then we can't just sit around. Let's beat the queen before those card soldiers come out again.
Such annoying pests. Very well. I will crush you all myself. I won't let you have this. Not even if our king demands it.
Your king?
What knows I...
They're fighting the soldiers! Zen, now's our chance! You're damaging her!
Be warned, she still has plenty of life in her.
She called for backup!
Queen is backed away.
The queen's front and center!
We're finishing this before more arrive.
Her health's getting low!
Let's keep up our assault.
Just a little more, everyone!
Yeah! We're in the home stretch!
Wow. You're strong.
Who are you?
As you saw, we're Persona users, just like all of you.
That's what I thought. What I meant was, why'd you guys show up all of a sudden?
Interestingly, the P4 cast isn't as surprised that other people can use personas besides them.
You don't look like much, but you're all pretty good. What do you say? Up for a match later?
You sure about that? Mitsuru's gonna bust your ass for it.
Please excuse me for interrupting your conversation. She's wearing the same kind of clothes as Margaret. Indeed. I assist my guest as a resident of the Velvet Room, just like my older sister. I am Elizabeth, and this here is my foolish younger brother, Theodore.
So both of them come to join you in the dungeon this time.
I'm pleased to meet you all.
When I asked my sister about your situation, I found that something quite troublesome is going on.
Typical Elizabeth.
Hey, you were about to say fun. We can talk about it more once we get out of here.
And yeah, there's two Yuri Lowenthals talking to each other. His performance as the Persona 3 protagonist is very different to Yosuke. Some people have said it's a lot more like his Sasuke voice, but I don't know, I think it's even calmer sounding than that one.
Yeah, we gotta get out of this nest of shadows first.
Before we do, there's something over there.
Is that a treasure chest?
It must be what the Queen meant when it said, "I won't let you have it."
You're opening it?
Yes.
Nico, what's that mean?
It must be saying to smile.
Oh, you mean like the sound effect for someone smiling? Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah, that is technically a sound effect. Again, Japanese is weird with onomatopoeias, and it's something that a lot of people learning it as a second language have a lot of trouble with. It has onomatopoeia for, I know I keep bringing this up, but I just find it really fascinating, for emotions, for concepts. It's insane.
Could this rabbit be the same one that kept showing up?
It's not the same color as the one we saw in the labyrinth, though. Now that I think about it, it did seem as though that rabbit was guiding us here.
Ray-chan, Zen-kun, have you seen this before?
Nope.
Huh. I guess we've got nothing to go on then.
I feel like I've seen this somewhere.
Zen?
4. There are 4 labyrinths here. Something is hidden in each one, and guardians are protecting them. There was something I had to do here. A task. I had a task to accomplish, but I lost my memory.
Do you remember now?
It's no use. That's all I can remember.
Don't strain yourself. It's amazing that you remember even that. When you say guardians, do you mean shadows like the queen we just fought?
Yes, that's right. Powerful shadows like it are protecting something.
Could that stuffed animal have triggered your memories, Zen-kun?
I think so. When I touched it, the memory surfaced. Like a crack formed in something.
His memories were sealed in a stuffed animal?
What about you, Ray? Do you remember anything?
I said I don't know.
I see. Then I will hold on to this stuffed animal.
That shadow said that it would never let us out of this world. It was also protecting this stuffed animal. When we obtained the stuffed animal, Zen-kun regained a bit of his memories. Assuming that wasn't merely a coincidence, we can draw certain conclusions. First, someone that shadow was acting on behalf of intentionally trapped us here.
That means they're evil!
And Zen-kun regaining his memories is problematic for this someone. Taking it a step further, it's very likely that this someone stole Zen-kun's memories.
So you think if we get what the other 3 guardians have, Zen will get his memories back, is that right?
3? Where'd you get that from?
Zen said himself that there are 4 labyrinths here. This must have been one of them.
3 more, huh?
That someone must have hidden my memories within the labyrinths. But Ray's memories aren't returning. Where are her memories hidden?
The bell?
We heard that bell from our world, too.
Could there be a meaning behind it?
Sounds like it stopped.
Everyone, listen up. One of the locks on the doors in the Velvet Room is about to come off.
Wait, what?
Remember the 2 doors in the Velvet Room with 4 locks on them? One of them suddenly started rattling like it's about to come off. Margaret said the doors are used to connect different spaces.
Could this be our exit?
I don't know. In any case, you should come back here.
4 labyrinths and 4 locks.
It's not a coincidence, is it?
No, I think not. We must traverse the labyrinths, defeat the Guardians, and retrieve what they hold to unlock these. Putting the doors here in plain sight was a cruel taunt by whoever set this up.
It's like they slapped us in the face with a glove!
What? Chie-senpai, how are you keeping up with this?
We don't know if the lock came off because we took the key, or if it's due to Zen-kun's memories returning. But that's an academic point for now.
Yeah, sounds like going through the other labyrinths and getting that stuff back is the important part. Maybe this someone will show themselves along the way. Man, look how excited you are.
And shall we head back? Staying here for too long could be dangerous.
We'll go on ahead. Let's talk some more when you get back.
Oh, great work out there. Thank goodness. You all came back safe.
Oh my! Yet another kind of lovely, beautiful lady!
I see that you've all met one another. I met them only a moment ago. My sister Elizabeth, brother Theodore, their guest, and his friends.
So let's go over the introductions for the Persona 4 routes.
It would seem that they were called to this world as well, although they are from a different place and time than us.
Oh, way too much information at once!
Allow me to take over. I am Mitsuru Kirija. We are students at Gekkokan High. Our C's Club is composed of Persona users.
So I suppose since I actually haven't done this in this game, now's the perfect time to go over it. Mitsuru is voiced by Tara Platt, who you might have heard as Muriel in Fire Emblem Awakening and Tamari in Naruto. She's in quite a few things. She also plays Elizabeth in this game, which I find pretty impressive, seeing as most of her roles sound the same, but Elizabeth sounds nothing like anything she's done.
It's short for Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad. We work to exterminate shadows.
Hey, I actually remember what it stood for correctly.
Exterminating shadows?
I didn't know there were other Persona users besides us.
To be honest, we were similarly confused when Margaret told us about you a moment ago. Am I correct that you don't know of the Dark Hour?
Dark Hour?
And again, everyone's just as confused by this.
So it's true. We'll explain eventually. We appear to have a lot of time on our hands after all. There's much we don't know. But for the time being, we are trapped here just like you.
Trapped like us? Could there be a reason behind this gathering of Persona users?
This one's our field leader. He's a second year. He has the power of the wild card, which allows him to freely summon and wield multiple personas.
The wild card? It's just like my partner.
2 with the same power. This must be the reason for the favor.
It's nice to meet you.
So, the Persona 3 protagonist is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, as I mentioned, who also plays Yosuke. What happens if you choose this?
Against what?
Let's keep this going and introduce ourselves, too.
That sounded ominous.
Let's see. The third years will start. There are 2 others besides myself.
My name's Akihiko Sanada. I'm the captain of the boxing club.
I'm the only hottie we need around these parts.
Oh, don't worry, you don't have much competition. Akihiko has a charisma stat of like 2. In that he's very attractive to girls, but he cannot socialize with them at all.
Akihiko-senpai, you should say a little more about yourself.
Oh, really? Well then...
Oh boy, here it comes.
What I really like is protein.
There it is! So, to take my mind off of how horribly he's been flanderized, I'll just mention that Akihiko is voiced by Liam O'Brien, who has been in tons of things. He's done so much voice work. He plays Inigo and Laszlo in Fire Emblem, also Izana in Fates. He's Gaara in Naruto, and he's also been Vax and Caleb on Critical Role.
I don't believe there is any here.
I'm Shinjiro Aragaki. I guess I'm a third year, if you want to get technical.
Shinjiro is voiced by Grant George, who some of you on this channel may know as playing Sigurd in Fire Emblem Heroes. He is also weirdly takes over some of Yuri Lowell, and not to be confused with Yuri Lowenthal, it's a weird name, his lines in the definitive edition of Tales of Vesperia. It's kind of confusing. The new lines got voiced by him, and Troy Baker still kept the old lines.
I'm taking time off school now, but I'm helping C's out for reasons. Nice to meet you.
What kinds of reasons?
You can't really talk about those without spoiling Persona 3.
Did it seem like I wanted to share?
Damn, he's cool.
Shinjiro's kind of the closest to Kanji on the P3 side.
Well then, I guess the second years are up next. I'm Yukari Takeba. I'm in the archery club.
She's voiced by Michelle Ruff, who plays Kawakami in Persona 5, Rita Mordio in Tales of Vesperia, and she's also one of the female avatar voice options in Fire Emblem Awakening, though not the quote-unquote canonical one, I don't think.
What else is there to say?
I'm the popular one.
Hey, stop it! What kind of idiot are you?
Okay, so there's something similar that goes on with Yosuke and Chie on the Persona 3 route.
Oh no, you're definitely popular in this bear's book.
So you're supposed to be a bear.
Yep, I'm Teddie. And lo and behold, when I gracefully shed my cute bear skin...
Oh hey, these lines are taken directly from the other route.
An elegant and lovely boy is born. This is what you call two bears with one stone.
Playing the two routes back to back like this, it's interesting noticing all the lines that are identical on both routes.
Sure. Thanks.
Well, my turn next. I'm Junpei Iori, a peace-loving hero.
Junpei is voiced by Vic Mignogna, who is known for quite a few things. He plays one of the characters in Full Metal Alchemist, though I'm not really that familiar with that show's dub. But I am familiar with the fact that he's Broly in dubs of some of the Dragon Ball Z movies, and he absolutely hates being called up to voice Broly because he almost destroyed his own vocal cords the first time he played him.
You don't live at Juness, do you? Or maybe some other department store?
That's me, damn it.
I guess I'm next. I'm Fuka Yamagishi.
So, Fuka does not have her original voice actress from P3 in this game. Here she's voiced by Wendy Lee, who plays Lin in Fire Emblem Heroes, which is kind of funny because Lin says the enemy and Fuka's kind of a meme for saying that. And Athena Sykes in Ace Attorney. She's been in quite a few things, and yeah, I personally much prefer this voice for Fuka than her original voice, though I do kind of miss being able to make fun of it.
I'm, different from everyone else. I have backup abilities, and, it's nice to meet you.
Backup? That's just like me. We have a lot to talk about.
Huh? Oh, yes, please. I am considered a second year at Gekkoukan High School as well. I am Aegis.
Well, this is going to be interesting, seeing everyone react to her. Now, I already mentioned this at the beginning of the P4 route, but Aegis is voiced by Karen Strassman, who also voices Nanako, who doesn't really have that big of a role in this game. Karen Strassman was Anna in Fire Emblem Awakening, and, well, of course, the Anna in Heroes as well. She's in quite a lot of things, and I've watched some interviews with her, and they're actually really interesting. She speaks several languages, too.
He is special to me. Being by his side is extremely important.
Ah yes, that line, which causes people to get the wrong idea. Note that that actually can become true, though, if you get her social link to max rank.
So are you two dating?
You're allowed to be open about that stuff in your group? Doesn't it make things awkward?
I wonder if this is lampshade hanging, the fact that if you date multiple party members in Persona 4, they don't actually find out about it until Valentine's Day. Because if they're not allowed to talk about who they're dating within the group, that would make sense.
Isn't there something else about her we should be asking about first?
Yeah, the fact that she's a robot.
I believe I'm next. My name is Ken Amada.
So Ken also doesn't have his original Persona 3 voice. He's voiced by Cindy Robertson in this game, who's mainly known for being the current voice of Amy Rose, as well as Minerva and Hinoka, apparently, in Fire Emblem Warriors. She's also, in terms of other Persona games, Labris in Persona 4 Arena. And if I remember right, yep, she's a Versa in Fire Emblem Awakening and Libra. So, that's interesting.
Unlike everyone else, I'm not a high school student. I'm a 5th grader at Gekkoukan Elementary.
Wait a minute. Okay, it's been a while since I played P3, but did they ever mention this in P3? Because I forgot that Gekkoukan had an elementary branch.
5th grader? Wait, then you're 10 years old. No, I'm 11.
I like that's much better.
Practically the same thing, dude.
A year makes a lot of difference, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and Koromaru's introducing himself.
This is Koromaru-san. He seems to be very excited to introduce himself at last.
Koromaru-kun, eh? Come here.
Oh, he's so fluffy.
Hey, let me pet him.
Yeah, Koromaru doesn't seem to like Kanji patting him sometimes.
Wait, hold on. Does this mean this dog's
Yep.
A persona user, yeah. His owner passed away, so he lives with us now.
Oh, there. You're doing your best, huh, boy?
I love Koromaru so much.
That's our whole team. Won't you tell us about yourselves now?
It's nice to meet you all.
So on this route, these guys don't meet the Persona 3 party until later. I guess one thing that I can kind of go into is, I don't know if there's really debates over which route is considered canon. I personally like to interpret the two routes in this game working the way that the routes do in Sonic Adventure 2, in that elements of both routes are canon. The way that I like to see it, everything that happens on both routes is canon, unless they directly contradict each other.
We should pool our information while we're at it. For unclear reasons, both your team and ours are trapped here. Zen-kun and Rei-san, whom we met in the labyrinth, are also trapped. And they've lost their memories.
Yes, that's right.
Huh? Whoa. You think that might happen to us too if we can't find a way out? I mean, like, that'll happen. Right?
We can't rule it out, that's for sure. Looks like somebody stole these two's memories. Anyway, why don't we all go together? We're all after the same thing, right, partner? Sorry, my bad. But that just means we're all on the same page, right?
I have much to ask their group as well. It's all right with me. What say you?
Of course. So it's decided.
Dang, we've got new companions all of a sudden. Our group's twice as big now.
It's fun to have people with us who aren't high schoolers, like Ken-kun and Koro-chan.
Aw, come on! You have me!
Oh, you're here.
How cruel!
Are we really companions? This makes me nervous.
Are you all quite finished? I have been waiting, you know. All this time. Quite a while.
Is that how you guys' blue lady always is? Yeah, she tends to be pretty frosty. Ours is kinda dangerous. Dangerous? You'll find out.
There seemed to be no exit in this labyrinth, no?
Yes, not a trace could be found of any.
Then I believe those doors in the Velvet Room are the exit after all.
You mean the doors with the 4 locks on them?
Indeed. Just as you were told earlier, one of them is about to come off at any moment.
Then, 3 more remain.
Zen-kun's recovered memories also suggested that there would be 3 more labyrinths. I believe we should assume there's some correlation and search for the next labyrinth.
3's quite a lot.
Only 3? Weak.
If journey ahead will be long, more assistance may be necessary. Perfect timing for my siblings to arrive. Everyone, please follow me to the Velvet Room.
More of you? This is way too many.
Oh, yet another type of girl.
These must be the 2 doors that you mentioned. My guest and my sister's guest. 2 doors that connect to 2 different places.
She's ignoring me. I hate her.
Theo, keep her company.
Of course. How do you do? My name is Theodore. Won't you tell me yours, my lady?
Marie, for now. Margaret gave me that name.
You shouldn't address me without any honorifics. I keep telling you this.
But you just called me plain old Marie.
Well then, Marie-san, why don't we have a nice chat and...
I want a shaved ice, the red stuff. Go buy me one, Theo.
What?
Go and get her some later, Theo.
Very well.
Now then, allow me to move on to the main subject. I will see that you have access to the triangle spread. Fusions which use 3 personas. This will allow you to fuse even more powerful personas. I will continue to be the one to perform these fusions. Theo.
Yes, sister?
I leave the handling of equipment and sundries in your care. Make sure that you assist everyone well.
I understand. Well then, everyone. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
And Elizabeth, I ask that you treat everyone's fatigue at the nurse's office.
So on this route, they're both assigned these jobs now instead of starting with them.
Understood. By the by, sister, there's been something bothering me a bit ever since coming to this world. If it's all right with you, I wish to conduct certain research from this nurse's office.
Research? Well, do as you wish.
Excellent. As part of this research, I will make requests of you all.
And the same side quest introduction we got in the other route.
Of course, I will prepare a...
This is just part of your hobby.
She truly is going to do whatever she wishes.
Well then, I will await you in the nurse's office.
One moment.
Such as...
Chiefly about you. After the... No, it can...
Very well then.
Should we go to the nurse's office? If there's gonna be rewards, we might as well hear what she has to say.
I'll go with you. Something about this makes me uneasy.
Welcome to Elizabeth's room. Would you like medicine, a shot, or perhaps...
What are you playing at?
I borrowed that line from a book I found on your shelf.
Don't be absurd.
I took into consideration the set as they say. I've already written one down.
That's not how these 7...
The rewards I have prepared are... But please be...
But we have to go through 3 more labyrinths, right? Do we even have time to take these requests?
I think we should make time for that very reason. Nothing good will come of rushing things.
You're right.
Oh, me! There might be stuff we could use in this school, so I want to look around! Or something!
You just want to fool around in the culture festival.
Well, of course I do! I'm here at a carnival with these beautiful ladies, after all. You know what they say. A gentleman never refuses an offer from a lady.
Don't think you can justify it with that garbage.
Well, why not?
Whoa, you too, Naoto?
If the journey ahead is long, then Yukiko-senpai is right. Taking breathers will be important. The students here mean us no harm. So we may as well enjoy the culture festival outside the labyrinths.
I guess you're right. We've got tons of people now, so let's go enjoy it.
Might as well make the most of it. You know, our culture festival got canned. Time for a rematch.
Can we really? Ooh. Then I want to have some takoyaki. They were sold out at the real Yasagami High one, and I didn't get any. Man, what a lucky break!
Honestly, now is not the time for such things.
If that's the case, then I challenge you to a match, Shinji.
Hell no, moron.
Takoyaki. I, Elizabeth, will join you.
So on this route, the Persona 3 party starts like this. One thing I actually did notice from a gameplay standpoint is that having the protagonist be so much slower than the one I'm used to did affect my strategies in battle a lot going through the first dungeon. But on the flip side, Kanji's insane strength makes the Queen of Hearts fight go a lot faster, even if this is on easy mode, so it's not really much of a comparison. But yeah, things are pretty different across the 2 routes. Actually, while we're here, can I just check something?
Oh.
So, on this route, Theodore just magically has the apron without any explanation at all. That's kind of a shame. Admittedly, on the other route, that's the only one where we get an explanation as to why Marie got here, but that wasn't really much of an explanation, so I was kind of hoping that you get to see the Elizabeth and Theodore scene here, there, but anyway, you don't really get that on this route. You know what? I'm kind of curious about this. Now, I don't think I'll be showing any of the different strolls across the two routes, but I'm kind of curious to see how the Persona 3 party talks about their abilities in battle.
Hey.
Oh, that's a nice callback to Persona 3. Of course, the only reason he did that was to increase his social stats and get more social link points.
Yeah.
On one of my playthroughs of, well, actually, no, that's drinking coffee. That's how you got so charismatic, much to everyone's horror. But in one of my playthroughs of Persona 3, I missed one of the movie days, and I actually screwed up my entire max social link run, so that was fun. Thankfully, I had a save from earlier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't really explain that he's good at magic, agility, and luck, so... Yeah, I do find him generally the strongest stat-wise of the two protagonists, but he does suffer from the fact that he's weak to darkness all the time. That's a pretty good summary of Yukari. And, well, Junpei's, that's pretty standard of an explanation. Oh yes, that will definitely be of great use. Oh wow, Teddie actually introduces himself with that here.
I'm sorry.
As annoying as Teddie is in this game, there are a lot of people who don't like that line from Yukiko. Anyway, just going over these, and then it'll be the end of the bonus footage here. Bonus footage won't be nearly this long for other dungeons. So the beginning of this scene is pretty much the exact same as it is on the P3 route. And, yeah, that's kind of true. Akihiko is just generally good all round in this one.
What?
That is one advantage Shinjiro has, is that he has no weaknesses at all, though unlike Naoto, he has no resistances. Koromaru is fast and uses darkness. The problem is that his luck isn't really all that great compared to the other dark users.
Thank you.
Okay, now for the third and final one.
Oh, senpai.
Yes.
And they are pierce attacks in this game instead of slash, which I actually think makes more sense. So Mitsuru really doesn't do all that much except ice damage in this game. As you probably saw in that fight earlier, she doesn't really use Tentarafu that well. So this makes him pretty effective in this game. For some reason I don't find Ken's dark weakness gets targeted all that often. That's interesting.
Please stop that. Huh?
Okay, so that's all we get from those. So, with that, I will end this bonus video showing the differences in the Persona 4 routes, and next time we'll be back in the Persona 3 routes to begin the next dungeon, finally. So, see you then.